Stop for a moment. Be still. Can you feel it? The quiet hum beneath all the noise of your life? The subtle pulse that moves through everything, connecting star to stone, breath to galaxy, your heartbeat to the rhythm of the cosmos itself. It is there. It has always been there. And it is speaking to you. Right now, in this very moment. Not in words you can dissect, not in language you were taught in school, but in a tongue older than humanity, more precise than mathematics, more intimate than prayer. The universe is not silent. It has never been silent. You have simply forgotten how to listen. This is what the Cosmos Chronicles reveal, the ancient, ever-present truth that you are not separate from the intelligence that spins galaxies and orchestrates the blooming of flowers. You are not an isolated consciousness adrift in an indifferent void. You are a conversation partner with the cosmos itself. And that conversation is happening now, whether you are aware of it or not. But most people are not aware. They have been taught that the universe is dead matter, governed by random chance and blind physics. That meaning is something humans project onto an empty canvas. That any sense of being guided, spoken to, or loved by something greater is either religious delusion or wishful thinking. This is the greatest tragedy of the modern worldview, not that it is atheistic, but that it is deaf. Deaf to the constant communication pouring through every synchronicity, every coincidence, every moment of inexplicable knowing, every feeling of being exactly where you need to be. The ancients were not deaf. They built entire civilizations around the understanding that the cosmos is alive, conscious, communicative. They read messages in the stars, in the flight of birds, in dreams, in the patterns of nature, not as superstition, but as literacy. The literacy of a species that remembered it was in dialogue with something infinitely intelligent, infinitely loving, infinitely present. You have that literacy, too, buried beneath layers of conditioning that taught you to dismiss, to rationalize, to explain away every whisper from the cosmos as just coincidence, just imagination, just your mind playing tricks. But you are here now, reading these words, and that is not coincidence. That is the cosmos speaking to you, guiding you to this moment, to this transmission, to the remembering that changes everything. You are being spoken to, constantly, through signs you have been ignoring, through synchronicities you have been dismissing, through the quiet knowing in your gut that you have been overriding with logic and doubt. But no more, because the Cosmos Chronicles are here to remind you. The universe knows you, it sees you, it is with you, and it has been trying to get your attention your entire life. Now, finally, you're listening. So breathe, settle in, and prepare to hear what has been spoken to you all along, the message that has been waiting with infinite patience for the moment you were ready to receive it. That moment is now. The cosmos is speaking, and you are about to remember how to understand. Chapter 1. The Language of Synchronicity. There is a language that does not use words, a language that speaks through timing, through pattern, through the impossible alignment of events that logic cannot explain, but the soul instantly recognizes. This is the language of synchronicity, and it is how the universe speaks to you most often. You have experienced it. Everyone has. You think of someone you have not spoken to in years, and moments later, they call. You struggle with a question, and the next day, a stranger says something that answers it perfectly. You see the same number everywhere, on clocks, license plates, receipts, until you can no longer ignore it. The modern mind calls these coincidences random chance, meaningless noise in a chaotic system. But the ancient mind knew better, and the awakening mind is remembering. There are no coincidences. There is only the cosmos, constantly arranging circumstances, orchestrating encounters, speaking through the fabric of reality itself. Carl Jung called it synchronicity, meaningful coincidence. But it is more than that. It is the evidence that reality is not mechanical, that you are not isolated, that consciousness is woven through all things, and that consciousness is responding to you. Think about the last time something happened that felt too perfectly timed to be random. The book that fell off the shelf and opened to the exact page you needed. The person who appeared at the precise moment you were ready to meet them. The opportunity that materialized right as you released the desperate grip of trying to force it. These are not flukes. These are the cosmos speaking, and the message is always the same. You are seen, you are heard, you are held. But you have to learn to recognize the language. Because synchronicity is subtle. It does not announce itself with trumpets and lightning. It whispers, it hints, it nudges. And if you are not paying attention, you will miss it. The Cosmos Chronicles teach that synchronicity is the primary way the universe communicates in the physical realm. Not through dramatic miracles, though those happen too, but through the quiet intelligence that arranges your life with a precision you could never orchestrate consciously. The ancients understood this. They consulted oracles, cast lots, read omens, not because they were primitive, but because they were awake. They knew that meaning is not randomly distributed. It is encoded into the structure of reality. And those who know how to read it gain access to guidance that transcends the limits of individual knowledge. You have this capacity too. You do not need to be a mystic or a shaman. You simply need to notice, to pay attention, to honor the feeling that arises when something happens that feels significant, even if you cannot explain why. That feeling is your recognition system, your inner compass that knows truth when it encounters it. And the more you honor it, the more sensitive you become to the language of synchronicity. Start now. Think about the past week. What synchronicities occurred that you dismissed? What moments of perfect timing did you chalk up to luck? What repeating symbols or themes appeared that you ignored? Go back through them, not with your rational mind trying to prove or disprove their significance, but with your feeling, with the part of you that knows whether something is meaningful without needing evidence. That part of you is never wrong. It is your direct line to the cosmic intelligence that is always communicating, always guiding, always loving you into alignment with your highest path. And here is the secret the Cosmos Chronicles reveal. The more you acknowledge synchronicity, the more it increases. Not because you are creating it through confirmation bias, but because you are learning the language. And when the cosmos sees that you are listening, it speaks more clearly, more frequently, more undeniably. This is not wishful thinking. This is the mechanics of a conscious universe responding to your attention. You are not passively observing synchronicity. You are participating in it. Your awareness, your acknowledgement, your gratitude, these amplify the signal. So begin to track it. Notice it. Speak it aloud. I see you, universe. I hear you. I recognize this message. And watch what happens. The synchronicities will multiply. The timing will become more precise. The messages will become more obvious, because you are not just a recipient of cosmic communication. You are a partner in it. The universe is speaking to you now, through the perfect timing of these words reaching you, through whatever circumstance brought you to this moment, through the resonance you feel in your chest as you recognize the truth beneath the language. This is the first teaching of the Cosmos Chronicles. Synchronicity is not random. It is the alphabet of cosmic communication, and you are fluent in it, whether you remember it yet or not. So pay attention, notice, honor, and watch as the universe responds to your listening with a clarity and generosity that will take your breath away. The language is being spoken, and you are learning to understand. Chapter 2. The signs are everywhere. Once you begin to recognize synchronicity, you will start to notice something else. The universe does not just speak through timing, it speaks through symbols, animals that appear at pivotal moments, numbers that repeat until you can no longer ignore them, songs that play exactly when you need to hear their message, dreams that answer questions you have not yet asked aloud. These are not random. These are signs, and they are everywhere. The ancients built entire systems around reading signs. Augury, interpreting the flight of birds. Numerology, understanding the vibrational meaning of numbers. Dream interpretation, receiving guidance from the subconscious, which is always in dialogue with the cosmos. But modernity dismissed all of this as primitive superstition. The universe, you were told, does not leave messages in the migration patterns of butterflies or the appearance of feathers on your path. That is human projection, magical thinking, except it is not, because the universe is not separate from you. The universe is you, experiencing itself through infinite forms. And when you need guidance, when you ask for a sign, when you are open to receiving, the intelligence that moves through all things responds, not by violating the laws of physics, but by using them, by arranging the vast interconnected web of causality so that the right animal crosses your path, the right number appears on the clock, the right song plays on the radio at the exact moment you're ready to hear it. This is not magic in the sense of supernatural intervention. This is intelligence, cosmic intelligence, and it is always speaking. The Cosmos Chronicles teach that signs are the universe's way of confirming that you are on the right path or redirecting you when you have strayed. They are breadcrumbs, guideposts, love letters from the intelligence that knows you better than you know yourself. But you have to learn to read them, and that means understanding that signs are personal. The number 1111 might mean something to you that it does not mean to someone else. A red cardinal appearing in your yard might carry a message from a deceased loved one for you, while for another person it is simply a bird. This is not relativism. This is recognition that the cosmos speaks intimately. It knows your history, your associations, your symbols, and it uses them to communicate in ways that are unmistakable to you, even if no one else would understand. Have you noticed a recurring animal showing up in your life? A specific number that follows you? A song that plays every time you are making a big decision? These are not accidents. These are signs, and the cosmos is using them to speak directly to you in a language designed specifically for your recognition. But Here is where most people stumble. They ask for a sign, receive it, and then doubt it. Maybe it was just coincidence. Maybe I am reading too much into this. Maybe I am fooling myself. This doubt is the interference, the static that blocks the signal, and it is the final barrier between you and clear cosmic communication. The Cosmos Chronicles teach this. When you receive a sign, trust it, not blindly, not without discernment, but with the understanding that the universe does not waste effort. If something feels significant, it is. Your job is not to prove it. Your job is to honor it. Thank the universe for the sign. Acknowledge it. Ask for clarification if needed, and trust that clarification will come. Then act on the guidance you received, not with desperation or grasping, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are being led. And watch what happens. The signs will become clearer, more frequent, more undeniable, because you are no longer dismissing them. You are collaborating with them. This is the shift from passive observation to active partnership. The universe is not speaking at you, it is speaking with you. And the more you engage, the more profound the dialogue becomes. Close your eyes for a moment and ask, right now, universe, what sign do you have for me today? What message are you trying to communicate? Then open your eyes, and for the next 24 hours, pay attention. Not with desperation, but with curiosity, with the lightness of someone playing a game with a loving friend. Something will appear, a word, a symbol, a moment of perfect timing, and you will know, not because you analyzed it, but because you felt it. That feeling is the recognition, the resonance, the yes that rises from your soul when truth is spoken. The signs are everywhere. They have always been everywhere. You simply stopped looking, but you are looking now. And the cosmos, patient and generous, is ready to show you just how deeply, how constantly, how intimately it has been speaking to you all along. The message is clear. You are not alone. You're never alone. And the universe is leaving you love letters in every corner of your life, waiting for you to pick them up and read them. So read them, trust them, let them guide you. The signs are here, and they are speaking your name. Chapter 3. Your intuition is cosmic intelligence. There is a voice inside you that knows things before your mind can explain them. A quiet certainty that rises without evidence, without logic, without justification. You call it intuition, gut feeling, inner knowing. But what if I told you it is something far more profound than a personal sense? What if your intuition is not yours at all, but the voice of the cosmos speaking through you? This is the teaching at the heart of the Cosmos Chronicles. You are not separate from the intelligence that governs the universe. You are that intelligence in localized form, and intuition is the channel through which the infinite guides the finite. Think about it. Where does intuition come from? Not from thought, not from analysis. It arises before thought, bypassing the rational mind entirely. It speaks in feelings, in sudden knowings, in the inexplicable certainty that something is right or wrong. The modern world teaches you to distrust this, to override it with logic, to demand proof before you act. And in doing so, you sever the connection to the most direct, most reliable guidance system you have. The ancient mystics understood this. They called it by different names: the still small voice, the inner guru, the demon, the higher self. But all of them pointed to the same truth. There is a part of you that is always connected to the whole. always in communion with the cosmic intelligence, always aware of what you need before your conscious mind catches up. And that part speaks through intuition. But here is the challenge. Intuition is quiet. It does not shout. It does not argue. It whispers once. And if you ignore it, it steps back and lets you learn through experience. This is why so many people say, I knew I should not have done that. I had a bad feeling. They did have a bad feeling. Their intuition spoke, but they dismissed it, overrode it, rationalized it away, and later they paid the price. The Cosmos Chronicles teach that learning to trust your intuition is the fastest way to align with the flow of cosmic intelligence. Because when you trust it, when you honor it, when you act on it, you stop struggling, you stop forcing. You stop trying to figure everything out with your limited mind. You let the infinite guide you, and the infinite always knows the way. But trust is not built overnight, especially if you have spent years ignoring or doubting your inner voice. So how do you rebuild that trust? You start small. You test it. You notice when intuition speaks, that subtle pull, that quiet yes or no, and you follow it, even when it does not make sense, especially when it does not make sense. You choose the route that feels right, even though the other route is faster. And then you discover there was an accident on the faster route. You reach out to someone for no logical reason, and they tell you they were just thinking of you, or they needed to hear from you exactly then. You decline an opportunity that looks perfect on paper. And later, you learn it would have been a disaster. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. The universe showing you that your intuition is reliable, trustworthy, and connected to a level of intelligence far beyond what your rational mind can access. And the more you honor it, the stronger it becomes. The clearer the signal, the more undeniable the knowing. This is the shift from living in your head to living from your whole being, from trying to control outcomes through thought alone to allowing the cosmic intelligence that flows through you to lead the way. And here is the most liberating part. You do not have to understand how intuition works. You do not have to explain it. You simply have to trust it. The bird does not question the instinct that tells it when to migrate. The tree does not doubt the intelligence that guides its roots toward water. They simply trust the knowing that is built into their nature. You are no different. You have an intelligence built into your nature, an intelligence that is always available, always accurate, always guiding you toward your highest path. It speaks through intuition. And when you learn to listen, when you learn to trust, when you learn to act on that guidance, your life transforms. Opportunities appear. Obstacles dissolve. Relationships deepen or release with perfect timing. You find yourself in the right place at the right time again and again, not because you are lucky, but because you are aligned with the cosmic intelligence that is always speaking, always guiding, always loving you into your fullest expression. So, practice right now. Close your eyes and ask a question, something simple, something you are wondering about, and then listen, not for words, not for thoughts, but for the feeling, the subtle pull in one direction or another, the quiet knowing that arises without explanation. That is your intuition. That is the cosmos speaking through you. And it is always, always right. Trust it, honor it, follow it, and watch as your life begins to flow with a grace and ease that thought alone could never create. Your intuition is not just yours. It is cosmic intelligence channeled through your unique perspective. And when you trust it, you align with the infinite. The voice is speaking, and it is time you started listening. Chapter 4. You are part of the cosmic plan. Here is a truth that may be hard to accept, especially if you have ever felt lost, confused, or uncertain about your purpose. You are not here by accident. You are not a random occurrence in a meaningless universe. You are part of a plan, a vast, intelligent, unfolding design that is far more intricate and intentional than you have ever been allowed to imagine. This is the teaching that changes everything, because if you believe you're here by chance, you live with existential anxiety. You search desperately for meaning that you fear does not exist. You wonder if anything you do matters, if anyone cares, if your life has any significance at all. But the Cosmos Chronicles reveal the truth. The universe is not indifferent. It is not random. And you are an essential part of the whole. Not in a generic, every human matters sense, though that is true, but in a specific, unique, irreplaceable sense. There is a role that only you can play, a frequency that only you can hold, a piece of the cosmic puzzle that only you can provide. And the universe has been guiding you toward that role your entire life. Every experience you have had, every challenge you have faced, every moment of joy and every moment of pain, none of it was wasted. All of it was preparation. All of it was shaping you, refining you, equipping you for the purpose you came here to fulfill. The ancient mystery schools taught this. They spoke of destiny not as a fixed fate you are powerless to change, but as a calling, a purpose your soul chose before incarnation, a mission you volunteered for, knowing it would be difficult, but trusting that you were strong enough, wise enough, ready enough to succeed. And you are succeeding, even when it does not feel like it, even when you doubt yourself, even when you wonder if you are on the right path. You are, because there is no wrong path. Every path is taking you where you need to go. Every detour is teaching you something essential. Every setback is redirecting you toward a greater alignment. The cosmos does not make mistakes, and you are not a mistake. You are an intention, a deliberate expression of the infinite, placed exactly where and when you are most needed. This does not mean your life will be easy. The Cosmos Chronicles are clear on this. The most important roles often come with the greatest challenges, because challenges catalyze growth. They force you to develop capacities you would never discover in comfort. They push you to become more than you thought you were capable of being. But you are never given more than you can handle. Never thrown into circumstances without the inner resources to navigate them. The universe is not cruel. It is rigorous. It believes in you more than you believe in yourself. And it will keep challenging you, keep pushing you, keep asking more of you, because it knows what you are capable of, even when you do not. So when life gets hard, when you feel overwhelmed, when you wonder why things cannot just be easier, remember this: you are being prepared, refined, strengthened, not because you are broken, but because you are being forged into something extraordinary. And the cosmos is watching, not with judgment, but with love, with the patience of an intelligence that sees beyond this single lifetime, beyond this single moment, to the vast unfolding of your eternal journey. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are exactly where you need to be, and the fact that you are hearing this now, in this moment, is proof that you are ready for the next level of understanding, the next level of alignment, the next level of purpose. So stop doubting, stop second-guessing, stop waiting for permission or validation or certainty before you move forward. You are part of the cosmic plan, not as a passive participant, but as a co-creator. And the universe is waiting for you to step fully into that role, to claim it, to embody it, to live it without apology or hesitation. This is your time. This is your moment. And the cosmos is speaking to you now through these words, through the resonance in your chest, through the quiet knowing that has always been there, reminding you of what you came here to do. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are not lost. You are a thread in the tapestry of creation. And when you pull your thread tight, when you live your purpose fully, the entire tapestry becomes more beautiful. The plan is unfolding, and you are essential to it. Trust that. Live that. Be that. The cosmos is speaking, and the message is clear. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and you are doing exactly what you came here to do. Even if you do not understand it yet, even if it does not look the way you thought it would, trust the plan, trust yourself, trust the intelligence that has been guiding you all along. You are part of something infinite, and that something is speaking to you now. Listen and step forward. Chapter 5. The conversation is eternal, and so we arrive at the final teaching, the one that encompasses all the others, the one that, once understood, transforms your entire relationship with existence. The conversation between you and the cosmos is not something that begins or ends. It is eternal. You did not start listening today. You have been listening your entire life, whether you knew it or not. Every dream, every intuition, every synchronicity, every moment of awe, every inexplicable knowing, all of it, the cosmos speaking to you, and you, whether consciously or not, responding. But here is the deeper truth. The conversation did not begin when you were born, and it will not end when you die, because you are not a temporary being having a brief spiritual experience. You are an eternal being, and the dialogue between your soul and the infinite has been ongoing since before time had a name. This is what the Cosmos Chronicles reveal in their final teaching. You are not separate from the source of all creation. You are the source, experiencing itself through the lens of individuality. And the conversation you are having with the cosmos is, in truth, a conversation you are having with yourself, the higher self speaking to the human self, the infinite speaking to the finite, the whole reminding the part that it was never separate, never alone, never abandoned. This is the great secret hidden in every mystical tradition, the recognition that seeker and sought are one, that the voice you hear in meditation, in prayer, in moments of profound silence, is not coming from somewhere else. It is rising from the depths of your own being, which is also the depth of all being. You are the cosmos, and the cosmos is you. And the speaking, the listening, the guidance, the love, it is all an eternal dance of consciousness knowing itself. This does not diminish the sacredness. If anything, it magnifies it, because it means you're not waiting for a distant God to notice you. You're not hoping for the universe to care. You are the caring. You are the noticing. You are the love you have been seeking. And when you realize this, truly realize it, everything shifts. You stop looking outside yourself for validation, for answers, for permission. You recognize that the guidance you need is already within you. Because you're already connected to everything, you stop feeling small. You stop feeling powerless. You stop feeling like a victim of forces beyond your control, because you understand that you are not separate from those forces. You are an expression of them. And the conversation, the signs, the synchronicities, the intuition, becomes not a plea for help from something greater, but a remembering, a recognition, a coming home to the truth of what you have always been. This is the shift from seeking to embodying, from praying to knowing, from hoping the universe will speak to recognizing that it never stops speaking because you never stop being. The Cosmos Chronicles are not meant to be read once and forgotten. They are meant to be lived, to be embodied, to be the lens through which you see all of existence. And when you do, when you live from the knowing that you and the cosmos are in constant, eternal dialogue, your life becomes a work of art, a sacred expression, a living prayer. Every choice you make becomes an offering. Every word you speak becomes a hymn. Every breath becomes a conversation with the infinite. This is the awakening, not to something new, but to what has always been, not to become enlightened, but to remember that you already are. The cosmos is speaking to you now. It has always been speaking, and it will never stop, because you are not listening to the cosmos. You are the cosmos, listening to itself, recognizing itself, loving itself back into wholeness. So go now, not with the weight of having to figure it all out, but with the lightness of knowing you are held, guided, loved beyond measure. Live as someone in constant conversation with the divine, because you are. Every moment is a word spoken. Every breath is a reply. Every synchronicity is a confirmation. Every intuition is a whisper from the eternal. The Cosmos Chronicles are complete. But the conversation, your conversation, continues forever. Speak, listen, trust, and know that you are never alone. You are never lost. You are never separate from the love that birthed the stars and breathed you into being. The universe is speaking to you now, and it will never stop, because you are the universe, and the conversation is eternal. Welcome home. The message has been delivered, but the listening never ends. Every moment from this point forward is an opportunity to hear what the cosmos is saying, to notice the signs, to trust the intuition, to honor the synchronicities, to live as someone who knows they are part of something infinite. You are not separate. You never were. And the universe has been trying to tell you that your entire life. Now you know, and knowing changes everything. So pay attention. Notice the patterns, trust the guidance, and watch as your life begins to reflect the truth that you are held, loved, and guided by an intelligence that knows you better than you know yourself. The Cosmos Chronicles are not just words. They are a transmission, a frequency, an activation of what you have always known but temporarily forgot. You are the cosmos, and the cosmos is you, and the conversation is happening now, always, forever. Listen, speak, live. The universe is waiting, not for you to become something more, but for you to remember what you have always been, infinite, eternal, loved, and in constant, beautiful, unending conversation with the whole.